Ooh, this is great. Hi, everyone. I'm just starting off with a little sage here just to get us calm and ready. I'm Angie. I'm going to be doing a little bit of tarot and talking about the new moon today with you. Thank you, Secular Sabbath. First, just to start, I want to say thank you to Genevieve and Secular Sabbath for having me today on Instagram Live. I'm really excited to be doing this, and I'm a little bit nervous. But I tried to pull a card just to kind of dive right in before I tell you more about me. I pulled a card right before turning everything on. I was like, oh, there's two. There's a YouTube and a Instagram Live. And the card was all about riding the wave. And it's sort of like your life is all shifting and like it's going to feel emotional and just surrender and go with it. And it was so interesting because last night I had this dream, which if you can, I would really be writing down dreams right now, because with everything that's happening in the world, I feel like we're processing a lot in our dreams. And I had a dream that there were these huge, enormous waves like coming. I just remember standing in the windowsill and watching them just get larger and larger, like nothing I've seen, like almost like out of a movie, and just crashing down. And waves and water in dreams really represent emotions. It can represent the psyche. But I felt like, oh my God, it's all coming. Oh, and of course, the song. So to let you know kind of how I work, I channel through music, and you're going to see as we go through things and as I start answering some questions, how the songs like to talk with us. And as I just started talking about the waves, Plage by Crystal Fighters just came on, which means the beach. So we're just all aligned right here and supposed to be here. And I'm really excited to talk to everyone today. I really want to dive into and let you guys ask questions, but I thought I would start with just a little bit of background on me and a little talk about the new moon. And then I really want you to be able to ask, because it's really fun for me to dive into the cards and get answers for you. And you can ask personal questions. You can ask questions about politics. You can ask about the world. You can ask, like, should I have pizza for dinner tonight? Like, today I was like, I was asking some kind of silly questions. That's my favorite thing to do, is like, should I work out or not today? I tried to get out of my workout and the cards were like, you have to work out. Anyway, so yeah, I want you to feel free in asking those questions. But to backtrack and give you a little bit about me, I started off, I worked in LA running a marketing department of a PR firm. I did sort of branding and PR and events for brands. And I loved it. I loved my job so much. But after 30, I just started feeling this shift. And then someone gave me tarot cards. I started having dreams and would call people and tell them things. And this whole gift just really overwhelmed me to the point that I was like, I can't ignore it. And now I read tarot cards all the time. I do sessions with people. I do numerology. I do a little bit of astrology. And it's really my favorite thing in the world to do. And I can't imagine doing anything else. So, and I'll tell you a little bit more as we go along. But like I mentioned, the music, I'll try and tell you songs as they come on, because they'll kind of talk with us. And today is actually the new moon, which feels really exciting and even a little confusing, because usually on the new moon, it's like, ooh, this is exciting. What do we want to manifest? And right now, this moon is between Lilith and Chiron. And Lilith is the dark moon, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So we're all feeling exactly what I think you all know what we're feeling with this virus, and that we're all sort of like, okay, well, how do I manifest if I'm stuck in isolation, right? And I think the thing that just kept coming to me, and as I was doing research, is this new moon, I wrote this down, is really not this push forward in what do I want to call in for my career and how much money and what am I going to do, or I want this relationship, but more about this push to change ourselves, which I think, we've all kind of been reading about, maybe even Mother Nature is part of this push, like change. But really, it feels like the question to think about now is, how are we changing? How are you changing how you are in the world? How can you be more fully yourself? And what is sparking you in a way that, how can we show up to this? How can we change? How can we look at this time and go in and be like, what do I need to change about myself? Is it just like, that we need to appreciate nature more? Is it that maybe something in your job needs to shift? Maybe this time is going to show us like, oh, I'm actually not in the right place, or I'm not doing exactly what I love. It really feels like, this next 2 weeks, this feels really important, is what for us to really be careful, be conscious, be looking in. This is the time of a big shift. And what can we be doing? How are we showing up to this shift in a way that's careful for ourselves, careful for everyone? This is the moment where we can speed along the healing that I think is what's happening, or we can be in denial and cause more upheaval. So it feels really important until this full moon, I think it's April 6th or 7th, where how do we just go in, go in, go in, go in, go in. I'm laughing because even earlier today, I was like, being a mom and trying to work, we're both working parents. Like, can I just hire the babysitter back? And the cards were like, no, change the way you're thinking about it. And I was like, right, at least the next 2 weeks, or maybe this is how it's shifting. But right now I just need to show up to like, I'm a mom, I'm working, and how about them apples? Is that what this says? Yeah. This just feels like how it's like, this is what it is, right? It doesn't have to be scary. The fears are going to come up, things are going to come up, but how can we just keep laughing about it a little bit and also being really conscious through it? The song just switched to, the song was Ain't No Sunshine, which I feel like is a little bit of that next 2 weeks. We have the Wounded Healer. And also, I just saw some comments. Oh, is this a collective reading? Actually, no, I can do a collective reading. I did a little bit of that on a live that I did recently, or this morning I did a podcast, but I really want everyone to be able to ask questions. I'm just talking a little bit first, but then I really want you to be able to ask some personal questions, and I'll go through on here. But also the song just switched to Water Bombs by Twinsy, which is this like childhood fun, laughing, the song of like playing games in the water. And I feel like also what this is reminding us is to go back to our childhood, to really like look at our inner child, which feels like good message music. All right. I think those were the main things I want to talk about, and I'm sure more will come up as we're reading some cards. So, because I know this is like, I think the favorite part is to be able to ask questions of the cards. I'm going to just light a little bit of Palo Santo. And I was saging at the beginning, and speaking of children, my daughter, who I might bring in here later to answer questions, because she's 2, but there's no filter there. So sometimes she has some great advice. But she's been asking to sage a lot. And recently a few people, I think Christy, who was on here, have sent me articles about how sage not only gets out the negative energy, but it also is this, it's great for bacterial cleaning, bacteria in the air. So if you have sage at home, hey, it doesn't hurt. We've been saging, I think, every day around here. Like I said, my daughter, even a few weeks ago, before anything was really, she would get in her crib at night and then say, Mama, can we shave? I want to do the blessings. And if I'm sure a lot of people who are on here, it's not new at all to you, but I would say if you are newer to sage, I'm a big fan of doing the corners. And I really do, I think blessing while we're doing the saging is part of what's like sending away the negative, sending away the bacteria, and also putting good energy on it. I also like to couple it with fresh flowers. So maybe even sending yourself flowers this week. Okay, I'm going to get my cards ready, and I'm going to go into some of these questions. I have to figure out how to look on the YouTube one too. Okay, let's see here. Where do we want to start? I'm going to scroll up here. Sorry for getting so close to it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Oh, ooh. Sorry, guys. I keep accidentally typing to myself. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello. I'm losing you all. Okay, here we go. No. Okay. What do the cards say about what I should do about my son and his school next year? Devin. Okay, that's a really good question because I've been wondering. I've been trying not to go all the way to next year, but I've been really feeling some mixed emotions around that. For my daughter as well. So let's see for you, and we'll kind of see if that may even translate for everyone. What do the cards say about what I should do about my son and his school next year for Devin? What can we tell Devin? Oh, this feels really, hold on. This feels, the cards are super positive and they show me the blindfold. The song just switched to Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed. But it's funny because it reads in a very positive way. And it's interesting with your son because it's showing me a new school. It's showing me a new beginning that he is going to love, but it shows me the blindfold. So I would say if you're still deciding on a school, like it almost feels like don't decide yet. Or if you think that there's definitely something new about how he's going to school, and it might feel frustrating, but your job, it's literally showing me something where like if you would have to decide right now, I almost feel like don't worry, it doesn't matter what you decide right now, just know come fall, it's like you're sort of on pause until August, September, and try to just be open without getting too in your head, sort of like we're going to help it get really clear for you. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Amber Francis Winter. Any insight on someone who is positive with COVID and self-quarantined like myself, and how to use this energy of the new moon to stand grounded? Okay, Amber. How is Amber? Amber, I feel for you. How can you use this energy of the new moon to be grounded? My goodness, the cards are really positive today. Reads like this isn't the end. It's literally showing this isn't an ending. This isn't anything. This is just a pivot for you. This is a moment, but it feels very, I don't know how much you're feeling of the virus, because it feels really good. It's showing me keep doing exactly what you're doing, but also the future card shows me your family, community, the support around you, which feels really important to let everyone be there for you. If you look, these are the 3 cards that I pulled. And it's just like right now, that first card is you being like, should I do anything different? Is there, and this is like exactly what you're doing, but also don't be afraid. I look at that future card and someone else was saying this, my friend Elisa was saying this, like sometimes it's hard to ask for help, or you're worried about it. It feels like you don't hold back from asking for things, for asking your support of your community, your family, your friends. Hope that helps. Okay, Christy Willow, I'm looking at transitioning my kids into a new school. I just want to know that this is the right decision for them. Okay, what do we think about Christy's kids? What do we think about Christy's kids and transitioning them into a new school? Oh my gosh. Guys, you can't beat these cards. This is what it was showing me when I was shuffling too. It was like, yes, 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 yes. And it's like, keep moving forward. Yes. And then it shows me this is like happy children. Look, the little boy giving the little girl flowers. So good decision. It means a transition for my own job as well. Well, at this point, it's still I'll pull a few more, but it just when I look at these cards, yes, 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 and that feels great for you. What about for Christy's work? Don't get in your head. Don't get in your head about what this means for your work. Fine at first. It may not feel perfect, but surprise. There's some sort of wild card there. So yes, 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 yes. You've made the right choices. Keep moving forward with what you've set up. Michelle Mountain. My partner and I just started cohabitating. What a time. What a beautiful time. How do we use this time to strengthen our relationship while living and working in quarantine, not the other way? What do the cards say? Oh, Michelle, the song just switched to, maybe this was for Christy. I don't know. But the song is Love is Alive by Louis the Child, which usually comes out in readings about. But A, we love your love. If you don't want a baby, use protection. There's a baby around. What else can I tell Michelle about strengthening her relationship while living and working in quarantine? What can I tell Michelle? Oh, I have a wonderful thing for you. Oh, by the way, this is perfect. I don't know why, Michelle, but I just pulled this other deck for you. And it's this musician deck, but I kind of love what it says. Ella Fitzgerald, you are your own best teacher. It's sort of like, don't ask me. You are your own best teacher. Nothing is more hard won than innocence. Intuition beats experience, which I feel like it doesn't matter like that you don't have experience with this kind of situation, like follow your intuition. Let's see if my cards give any more, but that feels great. Also knowing you, that feels great. Okay. And it reads, tell her emotions are going to come up. This is going to be triggering, but it's going to be beautiful. And you're exactly where you're supposed to be. The world is sort of like, this is the next step. And just even that world feels like, be in it, let it bring those emotions up. Yeah. Anything else I should tell Michelle? And it's funny, I get something even for you in the next week, Michelle, that feels like a shift. So just put that in your back pocket. Okay. Fair Aguirre, I'm going to butcher it, but FER_AGUIRREF. I've been wanting to conceive. Should I be trying even in this situation? A Corona baby. What do we think about the Corona baby for Fair? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, the song just switched to Well, Okay, Honey. And it literally showed me the baby card. I mean, I know this says light, but the 19, the sun in the tarot is a baby on top of a unicorn. And so it's showing me the baby spirit is around you. And it wants me to tell you, though, it's saying it's going to take a little bit longer than you want. So I feel like I love your relationship. I love the baby daddy or mama. I love you two together. But I almost feel like the baby's going to decide. So don't be stressed if you're trying and it doesn't work. Just know, like, the baby has decided. Producer mama. There are 2 jobs I was up for, but obviously now nothing. Are they gone? Okay, that's good. Let's look at that. What about producer mama's jobs? Are they gone? What's happening? Give me more for producer mama. Well, this is first of all, there's this financial and material changes, which this also can be the entrepreneur card. But either way, it's like changes are coming, right? Oh, and the first card is the star reversed. Oh my goodness. It reads, I'm feeling August. I'll ask timing for you, but it's like, let yourself shine. It's going to take a little bit longer than you want, but when it happens, everything goes fast. I can't tell if it's one of those two or not. It just feels like I imagine it's one of those, or something that you've already, someone who already sees you, because it implies you're seen for the position. And once it's go time, and it all happens really fast. And it shows it's not fair what's happening now. I keep getting the entrepreneur card for you. So somehow that ties into it too. I hope that helps. Okay. Oh, Amber, that makes me, I'm glad that you're, that the card said ask for help. Okay. Alexandra Narita, I'm trying to use this time to think of a new career. Could you help? Let's see. What can we tell? Okay. The song just switched to For Once in My Life by Stevie Wonder. What about Alexandra? What about this career shift? Thinking of a new career. Well, it's showing me. Okay. Okay, I got this for you, Alexandra. It's funny because it's showing me, and I can't tell if you are this, because it shows up upside down. So either it's showing me you as a working mom. And so whether you already have the children, then I would say that's going to take longer, or it's implying that we have to get this job for you first before the children can come. But the advice, it's very, very clear. You are meant to be, I don't want you choosing right now. Like, it's showing me you should be like sort of sampling out different things, like, and that might even be applying to different things. But if you look at the 7 of Cups, do you see how he's looking at all these different, like, oh, do I want the one with the, like the wreath, or it's very like exploratory, and it feels like you would be doing yourself a disservice by just like deciding or going one way. It feels good to explore. And it shows me that star upside down for you too, which is like, it's going to take like, the star upside, if it were just the star, I'd be like, your dream job, just start searching your dream jobs like right here. When it's upside down, it's like, it's going to take a little longer, but you're getting like the star. It just feels like it's going to be worth it. Also, it feels really important that you're talking to friends, people who you love and trust, to kind of help you see, like let them see the things and reflect back to you your gifts or what you might want to try. Okay. Kingstar, Sandy. I'm thinking of going to see my elderly parents, but I'm scared to infect them. Is it okay to visit them? Oh, this feels so good. I haven't asked about my parents. Last night in the middle of the night, I texted my parents, like, get in the car in a week and just drive here after we've been quarantined for 2 weeks. Let's see for Sandy. What? Can Sandy go visit her elderly parents? Will they be okay? I'm scared to infect them. Is it okay for her to visit? Is it okay for Sandy? That's weird. The song that just came on is The Weekend, which I don't know if you were thinking of going this weekend, but it's so funny because it's showing me, the card says triumph, like the traveler. This is what I got there, but there is something here that's showing me like you feel good, like you're okay. Okay. You're going to get a sign when to go, because I feel like if you were supposed to go this weekend, I think something is going to stop you so that you go at the right time. Like, because it's showing me the moon upside down, which is like, there's something, and when I ask when, I just don't want you going right away. I don't. Sandy, we're going to talk about this later because I want to figure it out for you. But my instinct is you're going to be blocked from it. When I look at this, you're going to be blocked. I think you're going to know what I mean. Like if you were supposed to go Friday, something happens Friday that you're like, oh, right. Okay. I can't go now. That's how it feels, where it's like your intention's right. And yes, plan to go, but we'll take care of it so that you go at the right time. But I might pull more on that for you later. Okay. Callie Timp, I was planning to move from LA to NYC in June. Well, let's just see. When are you moving? When is Callie moving from LA to NYC? When is Callie moving from LA to NYC? It's not fair what's happening. You're getting your dream house and it's going to take longer than you want. It just reads surrender. You're going to know in August, but let's just hope it's August, September. It just is telling me to tell you it's not going to be fair. You're not going to get to come as soon as you want. And August, September is either when it's happening or when you know when you can. Okay. Juliet Grace, tell me about my creative work and my timing, please. Okay. Juliet Grace's creative work and timing. Juliet, keep doing everything you're doing. This, like, I don't know what you're doing creatively, but it's like, go. Like, keep it. It just feels like now too, it's like, you're just doing, go. Timing, relax and enjoy this. The rest, I get a big shift for you in January. And it just reads relax and enjoy it. It shows me the magician upside down, which has been happening a lot with, since the virus has come. It's sort of this, like, you can't control things the way you normally could, right? Relax and enjoy it. And no, I see a shift. It's literally between January 10th and 30th, I think. And it's not that nothing's happening before then, but just know that's a big shift. Okay. And the song playing right now is The Mighty Quinn by Manfred Mann. Okay, Emily Hughes. Feeling very stagnant in my life right now. Feel torn between several places and people. What should I be doing? What should I expect? Should I be making plans? Guidance on what's to come for the next few months. Okay. Emily Hughes. Feeling torn between places and people. What should I be doing? What should I expect? Okay. I feel like I'm going to pull these other cards for this because that's a lot. Okay, let's see what this one says. Also, my cards show you're on pause, Emily. You're on pause. We know it's not fair, but you are coming from a very strong position. It shows like you've already created so much for yourself and you've done really well. Let yourself, and what I got the message as I started to pull was like, go in, like go in. You know, sometimes when we're at this, like, feeling torn, sometimes the right thing is to like choose us rather than feeling like we have to choose one. It's like, go in, because this feels like it's not telling me to tell you like it just feels like it's not fair, but you're on pause, and like that's the way it's going to be. Also, this is the other card I pulled for you, which, see if it gives me completion and triumph. Hard work pays off and endeavors are crowned with success, which is entirely deserved. You may have had to constantly defend your position in order to get through difficult times, but now you can afford to relax a little and enjoy the rewards. You won't always need to protect your personality with battle armor. That feels really good. So I hope that helps. Okay, Rebel Fitz. Any thoughts on Sylvia Brown's 2008 prediction where she more or less predicts coronavirus? I mean, I like loved that because it feels, it also, what I loved about that is she said it comes and goes very quickly. So I think when I was pulling my cards, it kept showing me the bigger shift was like in the summer or August, but it always showed something in April as part of like the turning point, but the bigger like new way forward is August. But I read that about her and I was like, great, I hope she's right. Like maybe in April, like it's even faster than we hope. Like I'm holding on to that hope from her. Okay, let's see. Oh, thanks, Christy. Thank you for this. So much is resonating. Oops. Oh my gosh, Christy, I love when I said your name. It somehow just like went out and in, which feels very, that's someone I have like, I feel like we have a crazy connection. Okay. Mandana-esque. Thank you for this. So much is resonating for me too. How can I dive into the new moon energy and support shadow work and be my best self? I love that you said that because the song that was first on, the first song was The World Is Watching. And then the next one was Shadow by Bleachers, which I feel like that's an important, I'm so glad you're acknowledging that because I do think this is bringing up, that's such a good point. It's bringing up a lot of our, like that fear, that shadow, that darker part of ourselves. Okay. And so how does Mandana use this new moon energy and to support that work? I'm gonna pull one of these for you too, because that felt good before. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I mean, this card is rejoice and celebration, which I feel like this can mean a lot of things, but it feels like enjoy it. I guess that's sort of like allowing it through and enjoying it. This also can be like friends. My cards show you're right to be questioning it and to be looking at it, all of it, and like really defining it, like seeing it for everything what it is. And Mandana, for you, it reads, you see it so clearly. You know exactly. You're questioning it, but you know exactly. And then it just shows me like a burst. It's almost like you clear something and like it reminds me of the last time I went really, really dark, and I was like, what is, and I kept being like, okay, it's good. You're acknowledging like that this is like, these are crazy thoughts, and this is hormonal and it's dark. And I just went through a spiral, and I remember 2 days later, like crazy, beautiful things happened. I got all these emails and I got these offers, and it was almost like, oh, good, you cleared, you went there, you looked at all of it, you acknowledged you didn't want that anymore. And like, we're bringing you these gifts, which when I look at your cards, that's how it feels. Like, it's like, see it, question it, break it all apart, define it for what you know, and then let everything like go fast for you. Christy, one more for me. I recently got a mental health diagnosis. Everyone keeps telling me to do what feels right for me. I just don't know what direction that's going to take me. Okay, I pulled one to get advice for you. The 9 shows a time of disturbance or stress or anxiety. You may be feeling fearful about the future, playing out potential events with negative outcomes, or the disquiet is down to processing a huge amount of information, which can feel overwhelming. That card to me is more about like, it's like it goes back to that, like, you're questioning everything and you're feeling your way through it, right? But don't try to decide what direction. Look at it, notice it. Christy, it keeps showing me you as the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which is, like I was saying, that it's just, okay, you in terms of that, it's telling me now is the time. It's showing me March 20th to April 20th. You're getting a clearer vision in terms of what listening for yourself. I think instead of not having to listen to anyone else, like you see it for yourself. I hope that helps. Okay. K-Dub, what lies ahead for work and money? Okay. For K-Dub, what lies? The song playing right now is Fancy by Iggy Azalea. What lies ahead for K-Dub for work and money? Wow. Well, that's pretty great. Recognition and reward, which makes me think everything you've already been doing is like you're I keep like I've been saying this for a lot of people, but you're seeing. I get the wild card for you too. And it reads, it's not about making it happen. It's about your soul purpose and trusting in that and letting it find you. Also, well, sorry, I know you're asking about work and money, but it's showing me love around you in a beautiful way. This summer just feels really good for you, but it's about love. It's about passion. It's about the experience of things rather than the monetary or the actual like work you're doing. It's more like you are the light, and whether that's about this relationship or like you being so passionate about your work that it doesn't matter the work or money of it. It's just like you feeling full of joy. That's what I get. Genevieve, should we let my mom come stay with us, or is it better for her to stay in Big Sur? Ooh, okay. Should we let mom? I might do a comparison for this one. Let's just first ask, should they let her come stay with them? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do a comparison. What does it look like if they let Genevieve's mom come stay with them here, or if they let her stay in Big Sur? Come here to stay? Go to Big Sur. Or stay in Big Sur. Here, Big Sur. Here. Stay in Big Sur. Okay. I got it crazy clear. I get the waiting game, and it's showing me you already know this. You know that it's not time yet. It's just showing me it's not time yet. It's not saying never can she come here, but it just feels like you already know, or you're getting that message. And I get when I said, or should she wait, like stay in Big Sur? And I get like, yes, but like in a beautiful way. And the waiting game, and you'll know the right, there's something, this feels also, there's still something there for her. Like it feels, and I think you know why not yet. I hope that makes sense. And the song playing right now is Porcelain by Moby, which I can't remember the lyrics to that, but maybe there's something to it for you. Juliet, Grace, well, I'm going to make sure I get everyone, then I'll come back. Okay, neighborhood quality goods. Hi from Vancouver, small business owner. Who's this going to unfold for me? How's this going to unfold for me? Okay. How, as a small business owner in Vancouver, how is all of this going to unfold for neighborhood quality goods? I'm guessing that's your business name. I like it. Neighborhood quality goods. How is this going to unfold for me? I don't know why I just pulled from this really random deck. It just has like the most random notes on it, but I got Turn It Upside Down, which sounds really fun and exciting, but crazy. So put that in your like mental box of how you're working through this. Turn it upside down. Also my cards of your business too. And it reads, it's also funny. It's like turn it upside down, but it's funny because my cards are like, don't go dark here. Don't start noticing all the things that aren't working. Instead, no, your business this is not the time for growth. This is like a little bit of like waiting for the bigger, and it's showing me it feels like something happens to show you what's next, or what to do, or how to like turn it upside down. Maybe you're just waiting for that sign. I hope that helps. Okay. Sunfolk, I've been recovering from a back injury for 6 months, and I'm told I'll make full recovery, but it feels endless sometimes. I'd love some hope. Okay, what about Sunfolk and this back injury? When do we see recovery for Sunfolk. It's back in June. Oh, I can't get the timing for you, but what I do get is it's showing me a relationship, a partner or a relationship that is going to be helpful for this. And it almost feels like you need to learn to let that person help you. Yeah, I get balance, right? Which is funny about the back and being able to, but when I see balance, I think like a little bit of everything, like not too fast, not too far, not too much. And just know I get partner as part of this for you. And the song just switched to Leaf Off the Cave by Jose Gonzalez. But that song is all about it's speaking up. It's not holding anything in. So that feels important in whatever relationships you may be holding something in, speak it out. That's the advice of the cards for you. Okay. Oh, my video keeps pausing. It only happened the one time for me. Sorry. That's like that's the energy, guys. I feel like it means we're tapped in. So I know it's probably annoying, but I see it as a good sign. Okay. It's so funny that it's not showing me that it's pausing. I'm sorry. Michelle Mountain, is this a good time for a job or career change? You've been on the fence. Is this a good time for the change in career? Don't do anything risky right now, which like makes sense. You're gonna be surprised at how, yeah. It's funny, Michelle, because it shows me it's funny about the baby stuff from before, because it's showing me you're gonna be working mom and we got to get something settled there first before that. So yeah, don't do anything risky. It's not the right time yet, but you can be thinking about it. But I don't really care what you do until like July, August. Okay. Oh God, I'm sorry. Okay, did I lose that? Okay. I'm sorry it keeps pausing, everyone. It might be because I have two on. Maybe I should turn this one off. You know what? I'm going to end this stream to see if that helps the one. Let's try that. And okay.